Do you know why we made a video about a Smart today?
No.
Because not even a Land Rover is broken every week.
So anybody notice Christian's spelling mistake?
You gotta start the video with my spelling mistake.
We have to take out that engine with tweezers.
So what we got here is a Smart Roadster, and it's my brother's. He owns it already for a decade. So what we're doing today here is just simply replacing the camshaft cover, if you will. What you need to do to get this done is get your tweezers out.
Hey, that was my line.
There is a lot of stuff we gotta get out of the way. Don't film the details of my messing up here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks not.
That looks good. Start taking off the fuel lines here. See, there's this dangerous stuff running out, what a diesel doesn't have. That's where you need the first set of tweezers, okay? The way this works is one person holds the tweezers, the other person twists the wrench.
Yes, usually he's 2 meters away when we are working on my Discovery.
On this car, you really got to watch out that you don't break anything. It's 20 years old and the plastic is quite brittle. Take your time when you work on it. Don't rush anything.
And look at how far away our tools are. They should have driven the car a little bit further in.
So if you know where the bolts are, it's not so bad.
Yeah, well, in the Land Rover world, you have a Haynes manual. In the Smart world, apparently there is no such thing.
I got a printout from the Mercedes-Benz original workshop manual with exactly the steps we need to do. So I just call my friends at Mercedes-Benz and get the manual. Promise these people that I won't give it away.
Yeah.
See, now I got this loose here. Did I say that we're doing this repair a second time? Because the first time we did it, the the valve cover gasket did not seal. And when I researched it on the internet, is basically you have to put on a complete new cover because the gasket is molded into the cover, and once this separates, a separate gasket is not going to seal it. That's the intake manifold of an 800 cubic centimeter engine.
There are spider webs down there. All plugged up, so nothing falls in, and we are not getting any comments. And you see, I don't have to step on a step to film.
So we gained some room.
There's no room.
See, now I got it off. This is the wiring harness. In order to get the wiring harness out of the way.
A lot of poking around with a lot of brittle plastic parts.
Mercedes-Benz is completely clipped.
It's completely plug and play.
Yeah. So, see,
now, if
now
it would be a Land Rover, all those clips would have been
can
broken
you focus
already.
on the job?
Yes.
Okay, I take the 2 oxygen sensor cables
I'm
out.
getting a headache from that smell.
Diesel smells good.
Yeah, we never have diesel smell when we work on our car.
Here, one more sensor. How can such a small engine have so many plugs?
And we don't even need special tools.
Okay, now the wiring harness can go away. Out.
Oh, how are we supposed to get that out?
Ignition coils, that's the
What?
word, okay? That's another component the diesel doesn't have.
German word?
Zündspule.
Oh, we've never taken something like that out before.
That's useless stuff. So take the spark plug wire off the other side and hand this to my brother.
You take the boxes and whatever you have, put it in boxes.
So I see that you are outsourcing your job to my brother. You know, we do the same at work. We outsource our software to India. That's the same thing what you're doing. That means it's probably going to get done in less quality, but much faster for less money.
The quality is not going to be sacrificed.
That's what our managers say when we outsource stuff to India.
That is a piece of a gardening hose.
Yeah, it's from our house. We broke it last time. But because my brother does not take any compromises on his Smart, he even bought that piece.
Yeah.
And see, it's an OEM. How much was it?
30 Euro?
That's 30 bucks. It's like Land Rover prices. Oh my God.
Land Rover is a cheap, rotten car compared to that. See this bolt? When you reach down in here?
No.
See, there's a bolt here. You can't get my wrench on here. There is no combination because every bit we have in E10 is 3/8. It doesn't fit. I ground a 3/8 inch wrench.
Ah, okay.
And I put that basically here really short on the socket.
That's
and now
like
I can get...
Outback Discovery style.
See, I can break this bolt now loose. See that we ground a hole into the chassis right here?
Oh my God, he's never gonna get TÜV again.
Yeah. So that bolt is too long to get it out. This way we could move the bolt into the chassis frame. Mercedes-Benz specifies in their manual, lower the engine down by about 1 inch. We thought it's much easier to drill a hole into the frame of the classic car. That's how Land Rover people do stuff. I mean, Toyota people would have just used a hammer and bang the frame in. Actually, the Toyota people probably would have cut off this bolt and left it out because the one remaining bolt would have been good enough to hold it for another 400,000 kilometers. Yeah, we gotta fumble this bolt out. It's a very close clearance hole.
Oh, don't drop it.
See now how I got the bolt head stuck into the hole in the chassis frame? And now I can take my bolt out here instead of dropping the engine down. The reason they call this a smart car is because it takes such smart solutions to get bolts out. Now I can get the last useless ignition coil out, you know. It's all stuff you don't have on a real engine. So you gotta film that I'm giving this, you know, to my brother, the job you outsourced.
Yes.
Okay, now the next job is to get this valve out. See, it says, don't lick on the paint in German. Bitte nicht am Lack lecken.
Yeah.
You have to have smart solutions to work on this car. So underneath your license plate, you use a big hole saw and you drill 2 big holes for access. You can access stuff on the engine. Smart car. I should be able, with a little bit of luck, to see those bolts I'm not seeing from above. So we're gonna take off the cover now. Okay, luckily you didn't outsource that one. So, and here we screwed up last time. We had suddenly one long bolt left over, which didn't fit because we didn't put it into the right box.
I was not part of that screw up, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Oh, dropped his index card.
He dropped his index card.
Good morning and welcome to Nuclear Physics 101. I see a lot of new faces, but you know the old saying, out with the old, in with the nucleus. Now we'll begin by... Oops.
Did you see that jerk? He dropped his notes.
Are you done lecturing?
Yes.
So we can continue filming?
Yes.
Yeah, I gave a presentation today at work to a guy from Mercedes-Benz, and I always get carried away when I'm giving presentations. And then the customer said, yes, Mr. Mus, I understood it. Yes, I got it.
He never explains anything to me. He always expects me to know everything.
Now it's possible to get the cover off now. So now I got it. Okay, so this is the seal we put in last time. And basically, this is not vulcanized to the cover. It's a replacement seal for 10 euros. And it just didn't seal. So what we got to do now is solve the problem with this valve.
Whoops.
You
It's
keep
too
hitting
small.
my glasses.
Yeah, that car is too small.
Okay. We're gonna put some copper grease on there. You bet on that one.
Yeah, last time I
There,
wasn't
there's the
invited.
valve. Here, I give it to my outsourced job here.
Yep.
See, I'm spraying this in here.
Oh yeah, we
So
got a comment.
Now you're gonna get all
Oh
sorts of
my
comments. It's diluting the oil.
It's just fine.
Yeah.
That's what you have to do when you fix your car at home.
I tell you one thing, as a YouTuber, you gotta deal with all sorts of comments and not lose your cool.
Some
That's
comments
the
are
most-
so devastating that I want to quit YouTube altogether and let you deal with your discoveries all by yourself.
You put like a 3-day effort into a video, and then some guy gives you a comment like, well, every bloody point you told us is completely obvious.
We get
Comments are
99% great comments, but when you wake up first thing in the morning and you read
You read
a stupid,
well,
devastating
every
comment,
bloody thing you told us
my
is...
entire day is ruined.
And then 5 spelling mistakes in that one sentence. So now we gotta flush out the oil. So we're gonna put the new cover on, and when you tighten the bolts the first time, it's 12 Newton meters. If you open this thing again, it's only 9.5 Newton meters.
We don't do 0.5.
On a Land Rover, it's always a range.
Yeah.
It's about 13 to 18. On a Toyota, it's just like tighten bolts.
But it says in the manual you should have used a new cover. And
We didn't have the
Yes,
manual the
so
last time,
it's-
and after we screwed up, we
you're
got the manual.
supposed to let me talk. Oh, it holds a dipstick.
And the
Small
cover.
crawler doesn't have a dipstick. Oh, you should get out your tweezers.
Like a motorcycle engine. This valve goes back here. So, see this bolt? I gotta fumble back into our hole here. Same in reversal order. So, see, he even got the Mercedes-Benz original copper rings. Yes. It's 34 Newton meter. That's 34. Click, 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 click. Okay, so these are 12 Newton meters. Click, click. Okay, and the last one, we can't use the torque wrench because we can't get it in here.
Yeah, but you have a feeling.
Yeah, it's a Toyota feeling, okay? It's
No.
first tight and then snap. So 12 Newton meters. Click, click. So this is a new hose replacing the garden hose.
Yeah.
There used to be a cable here and I don't see it. The one for here.
Oh.
6 spark plugs are used only in a few engines in this world. For example, Alfa Romeo,
I
Dodge
hadn't.
Challenger Hemi, and
6
the
spark plugs in a V8?
The V8 had 16 spark plugs.
Oh,
It had also double ignition.
I had an
Remember-
Alfa Romeo.
And remember what it said on top of your engine? Vera was not paying attention, and that means I'm almost done here. Basically putting cables back on and wiring harness goes back in. This is all plug and play. If you remember how you took it apart. I got the two O2 sensors back in. So the manifold got new seals last time, so they are perfect.
Oh my god.
You have to route the cables, one through here. This cable goes through here. Before I seat it in position, I gotta plug in the injectors. Those are tune port injectors. So the injectors sit in front of the valves, which has the advantage that the intake is cleaned by the air-fuel mixture.
Because you read it up.
Because I watch videos. So
And I want a stand-up pedal and a CB radio.
I would say that's it, right? You can put the bolts back in.
You know, that plier for that kind of shell. Yeah, I'm getting in position.
You're getting in my way. This is 2. See, this is a anti-Toyota setup. Because you're using a socket, a reduction, a joint, an extension, and a torque wrench. All of these tools, except for this one, are never used on a Toyota.
Yeah. And no comments about how the torque is gonna change.
What do you mean the torque is going to change?
Well, we get the comment that because of your extension and then at an angle and
Okay,
we
we're
get
back to stupid comments,
Yeah,
okay?
so
Why don't
please-
you go and organize your sock drawers?
Yes.
Instead of writing that the torque's gonna change if you use extensions. There are circumstances where the torque is affected. For example, if you use an impact wrench and you have 5 extensions, nothing is of that impact is gonna reach the nut. And some dumb conclude out of this that when you use a torque wrench, that extensions are gonna reduce the torque. No, they're not. As a trade-off, you get like 99% nice comments.
Yeah.
Okay, we got 2 more.
Oh my god.
I mean, you can reach it and you can see it. This is a Toyota
See
bolt.
the angle?
Put some more plugs in here.
I
They
don't
really-
see anything.
There.
Well, whatever we do, we are not
Yeah.
opening those screws again.
This little one gotta go in here. So, now this one is gonna go on here. There. Clip right here. See? Pink. There's one more plug down there. That's the plug we forgot last time. So whenever the camera runs, she stops complaining.
Still a hose not attached to
Yeah, we
something.
attach it in the moment.
Oh, okay. I have one hose clamp here.
Okay. The special wrench. Click, and it went in. Click the spark plug wires back in there. There. In here. Click. Click is always a good sign.
We would have changed the spark plug.
We changed these before, remember?
No.
That's when we cut the holes in the bumper. One. Two.
It's a stiff one.
Yeah. It's a stiff one. That's what she said. Ah, look, it works. This is the right plier, so I had it. I had it in my toolbox and I didn't know about it. Only smart people are supposed to work on it.
The smart people with a... yeah.
You guys saw my mall crawler t-shirt. How many of those disciplines did you already do?
2.
2. All I got left is the rock crawling.
That sounds weird.
The timing chain which was running here is a little bit loose. This pretty much completes our little tiny repair. So that was a little bit of a different video. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe you learned something. But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and think about subscribing. And in any case, just because we showed a smart car video, don't unsubscribe. And we thank our Patreons a lot for their support. Next week's video, we will most likely continue our 2-post lift, if this isn't already done, and we posted it last week. And we...
See you next Sunday.
See, this is where our 2-post lift's gonna go. Now, straight. So you have to check if it's leaking at home. And if it is leaking, please don't send me a WhatsApp.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
See you next week or tomorrow.
So we're having Land Rover problems with our pallet furnace. It went into limp mode again.
Yeah, the delivery screw is stuck. It never happened.
What am I going to do when Christian's not at home and I have a major problem? We are getting pallets again. We pay just about more than twice as much as last year. That's where it goes in and that's where the air comes out. 3.1 tons is all that fit in. So we paid 330 in March for 1 ton. Today I will pay 495 euros for 1 ton. You know, usually for 1,300 euros per year we can heat our house, and next year that's gonna at least be 3,500 to 4,500 euros. At least I have a nice car.